In the year 1085, King William I, who had ruled England for almost 20 years after his victory at the Battle of Hastings, was holding a meeting with his officials and bishops. According to the words of the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, the king had great thought and very deep conversation with his council about this land, how it was occupied, or with which men. Then he sent his men over all of England into each shire, commissioning them to find out how many hundreds of hides were in the shire, what land the king himself had, and what livestock upon the land, or what dues was he owed from each shire during the year. Also, he commissioned them to record in writing how much land his archbishops had, and his bishops, and his abbots, and his earls. And though I tell it at too great a length, what or how much each man had, who was an occupier of land in England, either in land or in livestock, and how much money were it worth. He had it investigated so very narrowly that there was not one single hide, nor a yard of land, not even an ox, not one cow, not one pig that was left, that there was not set down in his record. The record the Chronicle spoke of is the Domesday Book, a grand survey carried out by the officials of the Norman king, which allowed him to understand which land and resources he owned, and what was owed to him by other landowners and people. 2 volumes were produced, providing over 832 folios of information that is astonishingly comprehensive for its time. In parts of it you do learn about the landowners and lands in England, where they explain what property was being held, down to the number of oxen and pigs one had. You also learn over 13,000 place names, including castles, markets, monasteries, and towns. Some portions of the work are more detailed than others, and some places, like London and sections of northern England, are not included in the records. Still, for any historian of medieval England, the Domesday Book is an invaluable resource, which can be used to study the economic and social history of the period, how the royal government operated, and understand how various nobles built up their fortunes. For in many places in England, the Domesday Book is the first mention of their existence, a starting point for their history. Printed editions and translations of the work are widely available, as well as countless books and articles studying various aspects of the records. A new online database of the Domesday Book has just been launched by the Prosperography of Anglo-Saxon England project, which will allow even better access to this medieval masterpiece.